Can we be offering to welcome the management and our common representatives?
Ogbonnaya Onu Polytechnic, very extraordinary scholars. In the interest of time, as we do have a tight schedule, we have a meeting with His Excellency the Governor very soon. Allow me, honorable commissioners, directors, to stand on existing protocols and just tell you a few words about the European Union and the opportunities it offers for universities, tertiary education institutions, academics, staff, scholars, and of course students here in Nigeria and in other places of the world. You know that the European Union is 75 years old. The European integration was launched in 1950. First with 6 member states, now we are 27 member states. 450 million inhabitants, over 4.2 million square kilometers, more or less 4 times the size of Nigeria, to give you a comparison. And we are acting growingly as a bloc, as European Union, even for member states, of course, they're very much thriving and their autonomy and independence, authority, but we are sharing part of authority inside the European Union. And to do this, we have common institutions. We have the European Parliament elected by all citizens in the EU every 5 years. We have a council where the representatives of the 27 member states governments are sitting, and together the European Parliament and the Council adopt laws, legislation which applies in all the EU. And we have the European Commission, which is like the executive power of the EU. We have a diplomatic network of some 150 embassies that we call EU delegations, like the one I have the honor to head here in Nigeria. And we have budgets and programs like the Erasmus Plus program I will tell you about in a minute. But just let me tell you shortly what the EU stands for. We are championing peace and cooperation. And why? Because this is in our DNA. We were created for this in 1950 to end the wars between the European countries after two cruel world wars and to enter into another model of cooperation between ourselves. And it has been very successful. And so this is something that we are trying, a recipe we are trying to sell to the rest of the world and inspire the rest of the world to follow this model based on rules, and the same we defend for the international community, a rules-based order on the basis of the United Nations Charter. We are defending democracy, human rights, and gender equality. To details about everything we do here in Abia State, but we have programs in solar for health, solar electricity for health institutions, on small hydropower plants, on the rule of law and anti-corruption. And we have also, we are partnering with universities, and today I'm here also to launch a new project on social protection, which is in which we are partnering with the federal government and also with the 4 states in different regions, and here in this region is Abia State. But what I would like to tell you about is about the opportunities that the EU can offer for you. You know, the EU is the most attractive continent for foreigners in general, tourists, migrants, and also students. And we have a network of very good quality universities and higher education institutions with reasonable prices because most of them are public funded. So you have low fees and so many students from all over the world go and study in Europe. And when you do this experience of studying in Europe, you not only meet European students, you meet students from all over the world. So you really meet the world there. And we have this flagship program, which is perhaps the most popular EU program in Europe, called the Erasmus program, which was funded first at the end of the 80s to enable European students to move around Europe and go and study in another country in Europe. And more than 10 million students in Europe have gone through this fantastic experience. It has been a way to build a European spirit. There are many also Erasmus marriages, Erasmus babies that were born out of this experience. And already many years ago, we extended this program to other countries in the world. And so it's a whole program with different dimensions. What we call now the Erasmus Plus program. And the most popular, the most famous abroad is the Erasmus Mundus Master's Scholarships. It's a master program with masters which are very innovative. In many cases, you won't find them anywhere else. And they are done by a consortia of universities, so several universities. And so when you go there, you study your master in at least 2 different universities in 2 different countries in the EU, and you have also associated countries from other countries outside the EU. So it's a fantastic experience. And every year we have around 100 Nigerian students going through this program, the Erasmus Mundus program, to studying there. In July we had our pre-deployment event in Abuja to greet and give advice to the new generation, this year's generation. And now we are going to enter into the time for application. So if you are interested, this is the time now, and you can find online, and we will circulate some information on the catalog of masters in particular. then you can study there. And the scholarship is very generous, covering really all the expenses. We also partner with the member states embassy to facilitate visa delivery. So this is one of our flagship programs, but you have others. Well, we have shorter term mobility also, we have virtual mobility, virtual programs, and we have also another new program for students, which is intra-African mobility scheme. Meaning that here it's about not going to Europe, but going to another African country to study. So it's a little bit duplicating what we started in Europe at the start of the Erasmus program, also to give the opportunities to African students to go and study somewhere else on the continent. But then it's important to stress that the Erasmus program has other dimensions, also for scholars, for staff, and for universities themselves, or higher education institutions. We have the capacity building in higher education program in particular, which enable universities to partner with universities in Europe and get EU funding for that, with the objective of strengthening capacities. We have funding to develop European studies, for instance, what we call the Jean actions. So it's really a wide program with a lot of opportunities. There are already higher education institutions in Nigeria which have been seizing these opportunities, but we want to do more. We want to see more opportunities, more universities doing this.
Africa. Yes. You have been responsible without your strong man. You may be surprised to know that our students complicated this case. This chair they are sitting on were made by the students of this institution. That is just one because we're in a hurry and we're showing a lot of others. That tells you that we need this fellowship. Our government talks about transparency, we talk about skills, but I'm asking you to do Wayo for us. Hello! You know what is Wayo? You have to favor us, we have to be your favorite choice state. And this institution, the institutions here, have to be your choice institution where it's not allocating those opportunities for I'm talking this way because I'm confident of what they can do. Yes. You know, my boss says if you start getting rotten from the head, you understand? Because the head is a good head. They are all good heads here. I'm very committed. I'm saying that proudly because when I came here, the first time I came, all I had was to tell them they are not doing well, and they challenged me. Within 1 year, I saw change because they had a good leadership. So thank you for coming. And they are all good heads. We have done so much of this, so let me not take more of the time. Remember, Excellency Dr. Alexiomoki is time conscious, so that we won't miss the big one. You have to see the big masquerade. We are small masquerades. I don't know if you know what masquerades do here. They talk with the spirits. So the very big masquerade we have to do. So thank you everyone. Thank you for what you do. It means that they are doing well and we expect more. And for the universities, I keep on asking for more. More accreditations are coming, please continue cooperating. So that, let me now tell you something secrets. My plan is to make this case a degree awarding Polytechnic. We have been planning. When you have a child and distance, you make progress. We have been planning. So I just want you to know that despite I say university, we will be there. And I expect you. This mention the secret I'm revealing to you because you need to seek ESCO approval. So don't tell them. Hello? Because you don't tell us. So thank you for coming. The campus, they are taking exams. You should be at home. That's the spirit of the Ogbonnaya Onu Polytechnic. God bless you as you go. Thank you. Thank you.